Good morning. It is Saturday, March 7th, and we're all in here chatting before I clicked record about the new program, 10 rounds, and the sample workout is out. So we literally just got done doing that. And my son took over my chair, so I'm sitting on the floor for our call, which is exciting. And the workout was amazing. So it's a free sample workout. So if you want to do it, send it to your friends and family, let them do it. It's so much fun. And it is a little challenging also mentally too, which I love about it, because when you're done, you feel very accomplished. And I also feel like it's therapeutic, because if you have to think mentally about something, you can get your mind off of anything else that's bothering you, right? Because you're focused on the thing that you're doing right now. And I love that. My son's sitting next to me watching YouTube Kids. Okay, can you go back up on the chair? No. Okay, so today we're going to talk about...
You're eating yogurt.
Yes, babies are eating yogurt. I'll have to move him in a minute. Okay, so today we're talking with Elizabeth, and I should have asked you how to say your last name. You can answer.
Laubach.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Laubach. And Elizabeth, what would you like us to call you for this call?
Liz.
Liz. Liz is a coach on our team and has had amazing success with her health and fitness journey. And when I didn't even know, and I saw her like posting, and I was like, wow, Liz, like you really have come a long way. I'm like so super proud of you. And tell me more. Like, tell me more. I'm like, I want to know your whole story, right? So I'm going to let you tell it. I want you to tell us, first of all, where were you, like, mentally, physically? What was your family life like before you really decided I'm gonna work on this health journey? I'm gonna work on my fitness. Tell me all about you.
Okay. Well, a little bit about myself. I am a wife. I'm a mom of two. I have a daughter. She's 12 years old, and I have a son that's 6. I do work part-time in a high school cafeteria. My typical day is just getting up 5:30. I get my workout clothes on right away. That's like what I do right in the morning. I get my pre-workout meal. I drink my Energize, and then I get right into my workout. I get it done before the kids are up, so I don't get distracted, but some days are different than others, but I still get my workout in. And then I get my daughter off to school. And then my son, I get him ready, and then I get myself ready for work. I take my son to my parents, because my parents get my son off the bus, and I start working at 10:30, and then the rest of the day, you know. But with my health was like a roller coaster. My weight would go up and down, and it was hard to keep it off in that. I would look for quick and easy ways to lose the weight, like diet pills, the Slim Fast drinks. I don't know if y'all remember that. And the latest like fad diets, like the Atkins, the Weight Watchers diet, and also just like joining the gym and exercise equipment. I would spend a lot of money and a lot of time. My husband could tell you it's just all the money that I wasted. But anyways, it was crazy. It's just crazy to think about it, like how much time I wasted and the time that I spent just trying to find my way, what will work for me, you know. So that's pretty much how it started.
Your story is so similar to mine. Like, I can't even tell you. I have also done diet pills. I've also done South Beach diet, Weight Watchers, going to the gym a couple times and then wasting the money by it being charged and not going.
Yeah.
I had a treadmill that I never used. It was a clothing dryer. Like, I totally can 100% relate to everything you were saying. Books, DVDs, I mean, like everything I could do to get my hands on it. And then I'd lose some weight, and then I'd gain it all back. And I think I think obviously what you said this just before, you were like, you know what, this is my routine. I get up, I drink my Energize, I get dressed, I drink my Energize, I work out. Those routines are the things that we were missing. Like we were missing creating these healthy habits and routines that are sustainable, that will last long term, that we won't stop. So I'm like, I'm so proud of you, but I totally can relate to your past story of like, I'm sure, how did it make you feel when you were constantly like doing something and then falling off, and then like what did that do to you mentally?
Well, a lot of frustration, because I would get somewhere and then I would fall back. And I was like emotional eater too. So I would like, when I was stressing about things, I would just eat, and so my weight would go up and then it would go down and then it would go up and then go down. So it was just like emotional roller coaster, like I said, and just very frustrating. And yeah, it was very hard of going through that. So,
how did you get into this morning workout routine that you're in now? Like, how did you, what even made you want to do that, and how did you actually establish it? Because this is a big question that a lot of people have for us when they're talking to us. They're like, I just can't get motivated, or I just can't stick to something, and just like us, they've wasted so much money on things that they're so nervous to spend money on one more thing, right? And that's how they look when we're chatting with us. They're like, this is one more thing that I'm going to spend money on. So why, like, what was it that helped you, or what even made you get into this morning fitness routine?
Well, just being in the accountability groups, that definitely motivated me to get up in the morning and just say, okay, I can do this. I set my alarm clock for 5:30, 6 a.m. and I pushed play and I just started working out. And it was like a routine. You had to get into a routine, and it was hard. It was very hard. I remember when it was like October of 2018 when I started really buckling down on my exercising and my nutrition. And I had some, setbacks of things had ankle surgery and stuff like that. But I just kept pushing forward. But definitely it's the accountability groups that helps me stay motivated, and just helps me with my nutrition, and just pushing forward for things that I was seeing results and everything like that. So
how long well, let's go back for a second. When you were you just said to see results, how much weight have you lost and kept off?
I would say I lost like 15 pounds I've lost so far. So with that picture that you showed on the the Come and Watch, that was actually like an older picture, but like
okay.
Just looking back. And then
I want to know everything you did even prior to like working with our workout programs and everything. What even got you started to begin with that picture moving forward? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I guess watching or being invited to challenge groups got me started, and just seeing their results, and yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so nervous.
You're doing awesome. You really are. And I'm sorry, I have like a child speaking in the background. I see, Captain America. So no, that's okay. You're doing so great. So from what I'm gathering though, is that like you were invited. Who invited you?
It was Lynn Ziner that actually started. She invited me the first time. So
you were invited a couple of times then, but that means you were watching these people on social media. People were sharing their story, they were sharing their fitness journey themselves, and it was inspiring you to kind of make this change for your own life, right? which is huge.
Correct.
Because
Yes.
that's important to know, because some people also are afraid to share their journey. Whether you're a coach or not, it doesn't matter. If you're sharing your journey and your struggles and what you're doing to get to where you want to be and what your goals are, it's going to inspire other people to live these healthy lives. And so that's like really important for us to know, so that we can feel like encouraged and inspired to want to share our journeys. I think that's really, really cool. So you got started in an accountability group. Then you were already, before doing that, was starting to like try to be healthier, but you found that routines, basically from what you were saying, is the thing that was keeping you on track, right? Routines,
Yeah.
and watching everybody else do the same thing, which is really, I mean, like, that's super awesome. Tell me more about what you, and listen, I know that this is a call and we're recording it and everything, but just act like you already know everybody on here. So just chat with me, okay? It's totally fine. Let me ask you a question. Like, what nutrition, like what steps, even if they were small little steps, what little steps do you think you did with your nutrition that helped you get on track?
Just basically drinking more water. That definitely would help me. And just kind of eliminating like sugar, because sugar was like my biggest addiction. Eating lots of sugar, and just putting in more like veggies and more fruit. And with joining the accountability groups, I did do 21-day fix. So I learned the containers, and it just taught me like what I need more of and how it made me feel too. Like getting rid of all that other, like get rid of the sugar and all that, and putting in more healthier foods. It's just changed my body. It made me feel better and more healthier and just give me the energy. So just slowly I would add in more healthier things and then eliminate the yucky stuff like the sugars and all that.
No, I love that you're even talking about that, because here's the deal. Many of us, many of us, start this journey because we want to lose weight. We want to look better in our clothing. We want to be back down to whatever size we once were. Like, it's a pretty vain thing, right? But I don't think it's a bad thing for you to want to do that, right? But in the process, because of our systems, don't touch my computer, please. Because of our systems, because of what we do, and because of the routines that we're like encouraging people to create, we're teaching them how to be healthier. So it's not a diet pill. It's not, a quick fix. And because of that, we're learning how to eat well and give ourselves more energy, and learning how to basically live the best life that we can. Hold on. Anyway, so because of that, we're like, people are coming in for one reason, but they're changing their lives in that goal, in that journey. And people's like their goals change then. So it goes from like, oh, I want to lose some weight, to, wow, this is making me feel really good, and I feel like maybe I could have more energy, or I could challenge myself more. Or I think the whole system is really cool. And I love that you bring up the fact that you had more energy and you felt better. Mm-hmm. Not because you were losing weight, but because you were learning how to fuel your body with the right ingredients, with the right foods, and become a healthier person. And I love that. So tell me, how has your life, like your day-to-day life, changed from before you starting to work out every day and fuel your body with more fruits and veggies and water? How has your days changed? Like, how has this energy changed you, and how has this lifestyle changed your day-to-day reactions or interactions?
Definitely has, like I said, it has given me a lot more energy to keep going throughout the day, of getting up. And I look forward to getting up and working out. Like, I have like this energy of like, especially when we have our virtual gyms that we have, it's like, it motivates you. It's like, I can't wait to work out, like, I'll meet you tomorrow morning, so like I set my alarm, and then, like I said, I get up and I join the gym, and I just have full of energy, and it just helps me throughout the day. And my nutrition, like I know like what makes me feel good. So I have my salad for lunch. I have my Shakeology for breakfast. And I like make, I prep my meals. Fridays, I usually have like make a menu, and then Sundays when I prep the meals for the week and I make a menu up. That has actually helped me a lot, was making menus, because I never really did that in the past. So just prepping for the week definitely helps for my family. And so yeah, just being prepared and having my meals planned and just eating healthier, and I can keep up with the kids and what their activities are. I don't feel so tired as much as I used to be. But yeah, it definitely is helping me to what I'm doing in that. So
I love your routines. I think everything about what you just said. Now, here's a couple questions. One, did you create all these routines that you were just talking about? Your meal planning, your prepping, your being ready ahead of time, getting up in the morning, working out, all of this. Like, that sounds like, to somebody who's like just starting, oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's overwhelming. Did you do all of these things overnight? You're like, okay, one day I want to get fit and healthy, and then the next day you're like, look at all those routines I created.
yeah.
Did it take time? Like, tell me how much time did it take you? Was it a struggle? Did you was it a year to get into a fitness routine? Or was it 3 months? Like, how did it look to you?
It did take a while. I would say it did take me over like a year to get up and work out and find a schedule to fit, like to get into that routine, because it is like a habit forming, like it's a habit. So and it's a good habit. It's a good habit. But yeah, just it did take me over a year to finally find a routine for my life. And everybody's different, and it's going to take time, and it's, it's okay. And, but yeah, it definitely did take time to find that routine, so.
Funny that you said that. It took me about a year also to start waking up in the morning and working out. But even prior to that, I was working out like in the afternoons and stuff. And I found for myself, and I was actually just reading in a book that, when you start yourself off with a good routine like that, you're more productive throughout the day. So if you wake up in the morning, you work out, you have a routine where you're working out, you're fueling your body right with Shakeology, like the rest of your day is going to be more productive, like fact. Yeah. That's just how it is. Mm-hmm. And so if you can get into that routine, it's an awesome one to get into. But when we say it took us a year, that means we failed. We failed a lot throughout that year to get it there, right? But what I found for most people that is, if you are working on this, know that it's going to take time. But your self-talk, the things that you say to yourself if you do miss a workout, if you do fall off for a week or two, or you went on vacation, it screwed you up or whatever, or you had a baby or whatever it is that's going to like throw you off because life happens. It's your self-talk that's going to get you back on to continue on trying to get that habit into a routine, right? And so if you're beating yourself up for missing a workout, or you're beating yourself up for not getting up on time, you're likely to give up. So the point is, you need to really be okay and give yourself grace. And I think for Liz, I could be wrong, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, the self-talk was probably, it was probably helpful to be in that accountability group, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you miss a day or whatever, and somebody reaches out and you're like, or you say, oh my gosh, I missed a day, people are going to give you some really beautiful words. They're going to really like encourage you. They're going to say, it's okay, no big deal. You can keep going. This isn't the end of the world. You can get right back on, blah, blah, blah. Like, the accountability group is what's going to help you with that self-talk, like regulating what you say to yourself and not beating yourself up and getting you back on the wagon. So I think that's really important as well. But I'm super encouraged and inspired by your story. And I'm so happy that you came on to share it with us. I have a foot in my face. I think it's really important for people to know that, it's not like you switch a flip a switch and turn your habits on. You're like, okay, here I am. I have arrived after 1 week, right? It's a struggle, and it is, but it's a good struggle. You become stronger in the struggle. And on the other side of it, when you have the habit, you turn into a really happy Liz. Like, look at her face and her eyes when she talks about waking up in the morning to work out. She's like, I love it. I look forward to it. It's wonderful. And that's how we all feel when we're into this like groove and into this zone, right? It's really great. And yes, some things are going to knock us off, like maybe we went on vacation, or maybe our kids got sick, and whatever it is, something's going to happen. But once you've established that habit, it's easier to come back to it. And that's what I'm like, try to tell people. Hold on, I'm almost done. Go get your glasses. Yes, go.
TV. I have to say, Ashley, that my husband, you should interview him. No, I'm just kidding. He said he can also see changes in me from when I started, like how long ago, and like how long we've been married for 15 years. We're going to be married for 15 years. So he's seen how I've struggled in the past and how I am doing so well now. And he's encouraging me, and I just love that. Like, he's his support for me, you know, and he just wants me to keep going and pushing through, you know, so.
I love that. I have one question though, and this was something that was like, when you were telling your story, you talked about you spent a lot of money and time on things. Why were you okay with spending money on another thing? Like, why were you like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna put the money out? I know it's an amazing value. I mean, I'm saying for me now, I know it's an amazing value. It's not that expensive compared to a lot of other things out there, but you already spent a lot of money on something. So what made you be like, what was that thing that was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to invest in this? Why was that, like, what made you okay with that?
I think just like in the past, because I was like, okay, you know, I'll try this, I'll try that. But I think just seeing the results and how it can benefit you. And it's a lifestyle, like doing Beachbody, it's a lifestyle versus like taking diet pills or doing Weight Watchers. Like, those things weren't for me, like, not a lifestyle. Like, with doing this, it's going to keep me pushing forward and like, and motivating me. Like, I could see my future, you know, like I'm not going to stop, you know, I'm going to keep going. And it's amazing. Like, I'm so thankful to be part of it. So
that's so sweet. When you say it was the results, do you mean seeing the results of other people?
Yes. Seeing like Lynn Ziner with her results, Patty Spritzer, you know, she's been my girl helping me through this. And seeing the results, and just very motivating. So
Patty's on here, so shout out to Patty. Patty's such an amazing coach, and she's so inspiring and encouraging, and I love her attitude, super positive. Hey, Patty. Well, thank you so much, Liz, for sharing with us, and sorry my son is making noises the whole time. Anything else you want to share with us? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm just going to share a quote that I found, and I just really like it. It says, fall in love with taking care of yourself, fall in love with the path of deep healing, fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself, but with patience, with compassion, and respect your own journey. I'd really like that. And there's a lot of healing for me as I've been going through this, because of my past, and just, it is a journey, and it's amazing to be part of it. So
thank you so much, Liz. And I think we're good. I'm nursing my son. I think I'm just so proud of our whole team, and I love the people that are on this team and where their hearts are. And I mean, you were super nervous to get on here, but you did it anyway because you knew that it was going to impact other people. And I think that's really important in to know like where coaches' hearts are, where they're coming from, and their hearts are in the right place, and they want to help other people. And whether it's coming on here and sharing your story, or sending a message to them to invite them to a group, or posting a picture of their journeys, whatever it is, their hearts are in the right place, and they know that they're going to inspire others. So nervous or not, and most of every single one of us are nervous at some point, right? To get out of our comfort zone. We know that what we're about to do with those actions are going to help other people. They're going to get other people in the right track. They're going to make them healthier. There's so much disease and so much, like, it breaks my heart to see people who are, type 2 diabetic or heart disease or any of these things, and then not know where to start with their health and fitness, or starting too late. And we are that positive light to encourage them to get started. And we can't be that positive light, though, if we don't step out of our comfort zones and do the things we have to do to reach out to other people and bring them in. And I am so proud of you, Liz. So proud of you for getting on here and sharing your story. And let your husband know that we can bring him on next time and interview him.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. If anybody has any other questions, please comment in here. Kaylee said, love hearing what your husband. Sometimes that people don't want to hear, what's your go-to breakfast on your menu this week? What's your go-to breakfast on the week?
Well, honestly, I haven't did a menu yet.
For the week?
But I do like, I make these peanut butter ball things. So, like, that's, like, my pre-workout. But I do have, like, my breakfast. So, yeah. So, that's, like, my...
watch this one, Toy Story 4.
That sounds amazing. Oh, did you have a question?
Sorry, baby.
That's all right. No problem. Did you want to share with us the recipe for those peanut butter balls? Oh, you're now muted. Hold on. There we go. Now you're not muted. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. It's just very simple. It's oatmeal and then honey, and then I get like the creamy peanut butter. It's like Crazy Richards, it's called. And then you just mix that up. And then sometimes I'll add, like, I don't know, chocolate chips, or you could add in, I usually just do chocolate chips. But and then you just roll them up in balls, like little balls, and then you freeze them. And just, like, I have like 2, and that's like my treat. It could be a treat too, I don't know. But that's what I usually have before I work out, because it has like good stuff in it,
That sounds
But you could add protein powder to it, Shakeology. So
and then
something easy.
Melanie said, would you mind sharing that quote again?
Should I post it in the chat or read it?
Well, you can. How about you just share it with me, and I'll post it underneath the. I'll share. You post it under the video when we post the video.
Okay.
Is that good,
Yeah.
Melanie? You can have it then. You can have it typed out.
Okay.
Yeah, she said thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much, Liz. I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you being on here and enjoying this chaotic morning.
Aww. Okay, I have my kids. My husband's working too, so it's like, kids, go in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Kindle, go.
My husband's at work as well, so there we go.
Typical mommyhood, right?
It is what it is. Yeah, we
Yes.
just make do. That's what makes our superpower of being a mom. We're flexible. We make things happen.
Right.
All right. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for being on here. Talk to you later. Bye.